Excellency, the 6-point program or 6-point that you are raising for the Panchen Lama, for the awareness, for the worldwide awareness and for the recognition and support from Indian government, what is this all about? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
So this is a Panchen Lama awareness initiative undertaken by Tashinumbu Monastery, which is the traditional seat of the Panchen Lamas for many centuries. This monastery today in exile is led by Sikyong, who was present here at this conference, and he has been traveling around the world. And I also had the opportunity to accompany him in some of the countries like United States or Canada or UK to create more awareness about whereabouts of Panchen Lama. We don't even know the young 6-year boy who was abducted by the Chinese government in 1995, because the 10th Panchen Lama died in 1989, and we believe that he was assassinated because there were a lot of telltale signs of him having been poisoned. Now 6 years after that, the Chinese government formed a search committee led by Chandra Rinpoche, and then there were potential candidates for the 11th Panchen Lama, and this was informed to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and His Holiness the Dalai Lama, through proper Buddhist rituals, selected Gendichu Yinima, a young 6-year boy, and this boy, along with his family, just disappeared. The Chinese government abducted him and his family, and till date, even after 34 years, 28 years since that time, he must be 34 years old now. We don't know whether he's alive or not. That is why there has been a lot of requests from the international community, including the United Nations Human Rights Commission, asking about his whereabouts and his well-being. The Chinese government keeps saying that he's alive, he's studying, he's working, he doesn't want to be disturbed. And even if he's alive, we know that he has not been given the education, religious education that he needs to learn to carry forward his responsibilities.
What is the response you're getting from Government of India and around the world when you're traveling in recognition of Panchen Lama's whereabout, his well-being, and at the same time the lacks of devotees who want to see him in person or his image or his visuals? We know that we have only one picture that is behind you, and there is no other living evidence.
But when it comes to China, you know that every country also keeps very shy of raising issues with China on all issues, not just about Panchen Lama or the other political prisoners that has been held captive by the Chinese government. So they do assure us that they do raise this issue at the bilateral meetings, but then as opaque China's system is, they have never come out, they have never divulged any information, and that is how it's reflective of China's totalitarian and authoritarianism in its governance of its people. So far there have been a lot of requests from governments, but no positive response from China, unfortunately.
What is His Holiness Dalai Lama's views on what is happening around, and what do you think could be the way out or the next step that you would like to take to create awareness and try to exert pressure on China?
That we have been doing around. Now His Holiness does not travel as much as he used to before, so it is incumbent upon us as the elected, democratically elected political leader to travel around the world and tell the world what is happening, and also regarding Panchen Lama. And this is all the response that we are able to get from the international community. But we'll keep pushing for information as long as we have the capacity to do this all around the world. So,
but then the goodwill that Tibet has around the world for its purity of the religion, purity of the thought, and most important, humanity and the democracy, that also will add to your concern, and at the same time will add strength to your concerns.
We are the only exiled government with a democratic structure. So we travel around the world to explain about there being no political space for Tibet, religious suppression, destruction of Tibet's environment, and now they have started colonial-style boarding schools where they're trying to change the mindset of every single Tibetan youth. So this amounts to cultural genocide. Now in the schools they don't teach Tibetan anymore. They are all taught in Mandarin. And traditionally we have a lot of respect for India because India is the land of our Guru, and India is the land from where our script also came. So traditionally Tibetans have a lot of respect as Aryavrat for India. Now that equation will also change if the mindset of all the younger generation of Tibetans are changed to Chinese. Now the Chinese government is also aiming to change the name of Tibet itself to Xizang. So because they know that they have no legitimacy to rule Tibet. That is why they are destroying the historical background also. So that is these are some of the steps being taken by Chinese government even in the 21st century. And they keep information out from their public, and that's very unfortunate in this 21st century, where the whole world is moving towards multiculturalism, but China is the only country that's moving towards uniculturalism at the expense of all other cultures and languages, including the Tibetans inside Tibet.